Welcome, everybody, and happy Tuesday. I hope you're ready for some gaming tonight. It's me, the Colonel. Anybody order some fried chicken? So how are y'all doing today? Thank you for the compliment on my hair. It is quite nice. I've been working on it for some time now. 10 out of 10. Thank you very much. Alright, now I heard this game is only about 2 hours, so I think this is going to be a single stream for tonight. Hopefully you guys are ready. Without further ado, let us get started. Alright, go ahead. Put my name in as Dom. Oh, look at that delicious chicken. And those buttered biscuits. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Now let's see what we got. Smack that clock, up and at 'em, throw the clock out the window, and stay in bed forever. Let's go ahead and smack that clock. We're not gonna have a chain of chicken restaurants if we just lay in bed all day. Laying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Thank you very much, Mr. Lima. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination gets away from you. You'll need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's imagine our chain of restaurants in the future. Ah, Ty, well, just stay along for the ride. All your questions shall be answered. It's here, finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the front door in a hurry. Delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. Oh no. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Well, the Colonel's not gonna like us if we smell bad, is he? Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Dom. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Thank you, Ann. Thanks for coming by. Seems my goatee doesn't want to stay on quiet all the way here, but I'll have to just momentarily press it every once in a while. Classic Miriam. Raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. She'll be perfect at my restaurant one day. Ever since we were little babies playing together, you rescued me from that quicksand box. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. But with University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Pep talk or change the subject? Let's go ahead and give her a pep talk. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? Oh, is that what we did? That lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow with the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. Welcome, Rachel. Thank you for the compliment. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all, and if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself? You can definitely believe it. A little uneven, miss. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. No, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Dom's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, and she just added the extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. That's pretty funny. Has to be the word spelling, yeah. I love how they immediately like talk about it too. I think that's great. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you and your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight that you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocket glutes. Oh, my mustache is having a little bit of a problem. Hold on now. Ahem, Van. You rang. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Welcome, Nightwolf. Glad to have you, buddy. He's pretty much a JoJo character indeed. Well, maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell those two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. See you later, losers. Oh, mustache readjustment? Oh, I think my mustache is getting a little sweaty now. Hold on. There we are. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it.
Oopsie. I think it's broken.
You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick.
I love you.
I think you mean thank you?
My name's Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old.
Could someone like this also be a student at this school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Dom, so... Are you going to make me hold this door all day?
Nope.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kinda cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes a place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Yeah, that's probably that Pop character or something. No. Hold on. Mustache problem. Here we go. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? He must be Sprinkles. head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Whew. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you, and as you swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. What's happening?
I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
And then, he walks in. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Thank you for those 15 bits, Stella. Want to go to the school now so I can learn to cook from Professor Dog? Absolutely. Thank you for those 15 corgi bits. Very apropos. Oh, look at that beautiful man. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Yes. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please call me the Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Oh, I have the vapors. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. I mean, look at the animations. They're clearly looking at you. Why, good evening, Layla. How are you? And this over here must be a sweaty sweats a lot. Maybe we should open the window back up before faucet pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Dom sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Why, thank you, Miriam. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Oh, my goodness. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Why, thank you. I've been wearing this outfit for my entire life. I'm glad you enjoy it. Boy, howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Please, use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? Take the handkerchief, refuse the handkerchief. Oh, we need to accept his gracious offer, I think. You stretch out your hand. The Colonel places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful, you hesitate to press it to your face, and when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Ooh, mustache is going places. I've had this hair white my entire life, Rachel. When I was young, I experienced a great shock. Turned all my hair white. Professor Dog steps in to settle his class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. And you will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue... You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school, with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. Your turn to see the student Sprinkles is referring to. He appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Whoa. Bzz. Wah. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Clank, always cracking jokes. Oh. Sprinkles walks in the classroom. Everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart and but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. But what kind? A beef treat, a rubber ball, or a chicken snack? A chicken snack, obviously, I mean. Who are we? You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes glow as wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain.
Hey, Dom, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me if you're interested. Oh, well, I think we should sit next to the Colonel. I know Miriam's been my best friend my whole life, but this is my one chance to sit next to the Colonel. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Yes. Good description of myself. Very good, Stella. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. I am as well. Thanks for offering me the seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic, if you ask me, but okay. As long as you settle into your seat, the professor makes an announcement, or as soon as you have. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz.
Yay, a quiz about me.
This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. There comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to a point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? I think it's very important. Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... Night vision goggles, a slam dunk. This is a tough one. Probably a feather. That's right. Oh, awesome. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Oh, a spork. I don't even have to look at the rest. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? Broken heart, you say? Anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt? That's a pretty good answer. Night Wolf likes to eat with a meat tenderizer. Well, I could see that. If you smash it hard enough, maybe you can get it to fly into your mouth. Let's see. A pancake that looks like a silly face. Camel meat. I'm gonna say anything that is prepared with love and not too much salt. That's right. Is Sparkles or is Sprinkles a good boy? That's an easy question. He's of course a good boy. Well, that's wrong. He's nothing but the best. Oh, I didn't read the long answer. I should have. I thought it was obviously that he was a good boy. Only one wrong, not too shabby. You might do all right, kid. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He nods with approval. Yes, I've impressed the Colonel. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as the restaurant. Oh, we have a raid! Bolin Engineer has raided the stream. Welcome, everyone. We're playing some I Love You, Colonel Sanders, trying to win over my own heart. I think my goatee may be sliding off. Maybe a good moment to readjust. Thank you very much, Bolin. Did you guys catch the shiny ho-oh or not? Oh, man. This raid is causing my mustache to fly off my face. Let me go ahead and get it good and stuck again. Oh, but you got a shiny Kingler. Well, that's pretty sweet. Please step on me, Mr. Sanders. Oh, well, I charge extra for that. That's one of those secret menu items. Well, welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming over on that raid. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And yeah, come with us. We've just begun. You haven't missed much. We just met the Colonel. And now we are having lunch on our first day of school. All right. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as the restaurant you've ever... it's as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. Oh, thank you for the follow. Cyrilion? Is that how you say your name? It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would be as serious about eating. There you go, James. I like that. You know I like my chicken as well. You got your age new emotes. All right. Bolin, I'll have to check those out. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and trickles at the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. Excellent. It smells crazy good. Thank you for the follow, Das Fobs. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate that.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers.
But Shh! Lunch!
Yeah, welcome everybody. Yeah, Colonel Don, there you go. I like that. Yeah, right? That Colonel right there, he's looking mighty fine. That's a beautiful rendition of me as a youngster. Not a pixel out of place. She said, shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he is very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. Delightful. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. You like it, Dom's like you like my chicken. Fingers in my mouth. Nice one, Ty. I believe so, James. I think if I didn't already have a mustache, this costume would be a lot easier. But I will say not having any hair did help with the wig. Just talk out of character for a moment. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. Nah, James, it's not a tragedy. I actually enjoy being bald over having hair my entire life. I wish I would have done it a lot sooner. So, definitely not a tragedy, I would say. Especially as I also enjoy having a beard, so the opposite. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. Trying to steal my recipe, I think.
What?
Thank you for that combo, guys. Love a good combo. But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think you want your stupid secret recipe to? Pshaw, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, and she suddenly takes different. Yes, James. Yeah, I was just, like, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. Oh, she's hitting on the Colonel hard there. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face and he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act impressed. Easy now. There is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try to identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart, or swim toward the light. I'm thinking savoring the moment sounds like a Colonel Sanders decision. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. As if it were not a bucket, right, Ty? Of course it's a bucket. Look at it. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. We approach. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me a fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I would be willing to trade. I think things might be getting a little spicy, James. Ooh. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. Oh yeah, it's a 3-day semester. I forgot about that. He's clearly not going to give up that easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got some moxie. I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure that you are truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use blank. Oh, yes. I'm glad that they did not give up my secret in this game. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Blank? Wow! I have never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you've searched. One moment, I need to readjust my facial hair. All right, we're good. While you're wrapped up in the huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. Oh, wow, what a magician. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Okay, wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient. Ooh. Or to really spice things up. Be modest and thoughtful. Let's try to give him a big idea. You know, about that, I was thinking about your secret recipe. I don't doubt it. It has a way of leaving an impression on all who taste it. You decide to show him that you also know a thing or two about blowing minds with new flavors. I actually had some thoughts on how you could improve it. Improve it? You want to change my secret recipe? And you think you can do better? Uh-oh. Have you ever heard of habanero peppers? Now we're getting spicy, everybody. Heard of them? I tend an entire garden of chili pepper varieties. Habanero, poblano, cayenne. But that's not the point. I can't just toss a new ingredient to my secret recipe and expect to improve it. The recipe is about balance. It involves careful consideration and refinement. I didn't mean to. Let this be the last time you improvise on my recipes, Dom. I'm headed back to the class for the next lesson. Oh, I certainly messed that up. That certainly didn't go as planned. You'd better head back inside, but if you wait a moment so the Colonel Sanders doesn't think you're desperately chasing after him. You step into the massive cooking arena, where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Like Master Chef or something like that. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show off our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd or fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Ooh, let's get with the Colonel if we can. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is, me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Sure, Dom. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner. Beep boop boop.
Oh my, two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know how or who to choose. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? How about Clank? Seems useful to have a cooking appliance with you. Sorry, Fob, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay. I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Fob has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. More. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have to have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Tissue? I hardly know you. Ha ha ha. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now this time to focus on your own cooking classwork. All right, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish should you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Let's see. Do we have something chicken-based? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. All right. Your mother's mashed potatoes and gravy. That sounds like a KFC standard. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, exciting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes? And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders cast a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Oh, I got a little blush right there. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does anyone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Or does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business, huh? Thank you for those 100 bits, Vince. Really appreciate that. Just need to stick the mustache to my nose. I think that might be the tactic here. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off of my man. Did someone call for me? No geez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Dom's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. We're working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Let's hear that music. Actually, no. It looked like Dom was struggling, so we were offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up on my level. Ha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we can cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your bestie, as he always has your back. I think if we need some backup, it should be Miriam, right? You turn to Miriam. As soon as you find her, she senses it and looks back. This girl's friend in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them! I actually think that Ashley and Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust, vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you are sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Dom is my partner for today's activity. You look for Mr. Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed and boiled the potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well, while your attention was elsewhere. Yes, I have talent. I know that very well. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Tasty. Colonel Sanders holds the spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for the small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful of it. When he sees Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. Oh. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you filling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Especially on autopilot. Hold on right there, Dom. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I have potatoes, face?
Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. This is just, in just a few minutes I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus is my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. I love that it's plated on a battle axe. Nope, I think my goatee is starting to droop a little bit. There we go. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed. It may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good.
It killed him! Oh, he's a ghost now. Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then it almost immediately back into his oblivious self. Yes, I did escalate quickly.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back into reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. Ah, yes. He's still alive. Now, I'm not sure the professors here make good enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here.
Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real? Oh, come on.
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark, and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad, neon glow, and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be a perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Tom? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef in the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you...
Excellent!
Shut up, I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Hot local daddy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Oh, and welcome back, Bo. Hopefully you got something yummy to eat or something like that. Oh, my goatee is falling down. I didn't even notice. Here we go. Are you forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. No, Spork Monster. The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. We will not let harm come to another student, except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that.
Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I am a monster, see?
Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Just like Final Fantasy, one of Colonel's favorite games. Got some ice cream, I don't know. I don't know if we serve that at one of my fine establishments. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. What attack? That attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. I guess I'll attack again. Decide to go with an attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with love. It's only doing 1 damage, but I don't know how much life this thing has. You won't forget this. It's really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How you respond, I'll defend on that. You decide to defend. Thank you, Bolin. Really appreciate the compliment. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, "This is not happening, this is not happening!" Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensel, and you take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Let's go ahead and go with the attack. Sometimes a good defense is a good offense. The best defense is a good offense. Cook with love. Does 1 damage. He's oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot Pie Power Pinch! Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam to the right. Forget mercy, finish him, or spare the wretched beast. It is a beast. Should we finish him? What would the Colonel want to do? You may be loving and want to spare the wretched beast. Where his mustache might stick better than mine. Here we go. Let's finish him. No student will ever walk in the quad in fear again. That's what I was thinking, yes. Trying to hurt people, let's take care of him. This monster messed with the wrong chef. Be ready your final attack. You'll never survive my student debt loan destruction. It does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks at you in awe. Yes, we are impressing him, I believe. You continue to surprise me, Dom. Oh, my mustache! Oh, don't mind that. That didn't happen. Don't worry about it. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it is so much more. Thank you, Bo. I'm glad you're having a good time. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. Mysterious. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out was Borko. Borko? That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hand. I think I'm starting to get a little sweaty, and this is not sticking very well. Right. As you come down to your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you.
Phrasing.
The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. What a handsome man. He must have helped get you home. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled over you as you are tucked in tightly. Oh, all right, I'm going to have to re-stick that on. Good night, my colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Alright, one moment, everyone. I'm going to reapply the adhesive. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I think I got it. I made the tape longer, you see, so now it's actually taped to my cheeks. And thus here as well. We'll try to continue on now. Here we go. It's definitely because I'm getting a little warm and a little sweaty. Alright, let's see. He's instructing your love dreams are weird. Alright, we got it. Oh, look at that. You awake on day 2 in an attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, now this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. and told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. I need to stick it up to my nose. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to. It was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Alright. I think maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe he'd be best if you took it slow with the new boy, like I'm with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend the University of Cooking School Academy of Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Haha, you sure did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and the Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. Do you have an idea about how to prove that your love is real? Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients, Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that, a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me. The flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt I'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! You would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you, or from Colonel Sanders. I don't think we should tell her the ingredient. Maybe I'm a bit biased. Oh, I need to stretch this out a little more, I think. One moment, please. I don't know why I'm so sweaty all of a sudden. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. Make up a fake ingredient. That sounds good. I don't want to tell her with the Colonel's secrets. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about, It was Eye of Newt, I know. Sounds like some kind of witch potion. But what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. Well, the goatee is just like not having it. Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that that satisfied her curiosity, and she'll move on. Alright, maybe I'll just give up on the goatee. I don't want to be touching my face the entire time. However, she immediately turned around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on his majestic horse. Let's run to him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and the Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up to the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her for good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel! However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears, kicking you directly in the face. Oh my goodness. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold, as it would. In the darkness, you see a vision. No. Tom, I am here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this, exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... But before you can continue, you suddenly awake. Ah, jeez. You wake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Compliment the craftsmanship of the horse's shoes. Leaning for kiss. What's compliment the craftsmanship? You don't want to go too hard. That's not been doing very well for us, I would say. Yes, that poor student. Nobody seems to give any fucks about it. Maybe he shouldn't be riding a horse to school, but maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. But one thing is for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, the Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van. They're doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad? I tried to get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder. But he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Oh, that was Ashley, my bad. Always. Tell them to stop acting immature, act like you're not interested in them, but really try to get a closer look. Let's do with the second one. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try to cover the tracks and improvise an excuse. Ahem, it's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt. She's a little evil. You finally get a look at what it is they're hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after the encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing.
Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class.
Beep beep.
Clink must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything.
Bzzz, womp.
Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer.
Womp womp.
No, your mother is a stand mixer.
Bzzz.
Van Van jumps to attack Clink, but Clink shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena. Or at least, Or save it through the year at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you are ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy! Down! Off hoppin'. That command shouted by Colonel Sanders has stopped Sprinkles snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to this lesson, truly you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help that daydream about the Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Dom? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water, shimmering pepper, a dog biscuit. And why would I want to sample a glass of water? Oh, the dog biscuit sounds interesting. Because of the shape it is baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles. An example of his own culinary talents, perhaps? You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks at you in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. You never even got to taste it. Can this be the end? Getting between a dog and his bone probably isn't a great choice. Game over. Oh, what? Game over? Well, we better try again, huh? Do I have to go through the whole thing again? Is that how that works? We'll find out. Oh, it's just day 2 again. I see. That's alright. We can just use this button right here. Zip, 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 zip. I had no idea this was that type of game. Make up a fake ingredient. We can do something different here. How about we stand back and admire the majestic glory this time? How's that? Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's been watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on the rear, sending it running free into the countryside. Beautiful. Day 2 isn't too much, yeah? You are so stuck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words just don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Dawn just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got some food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile, as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame the girl for trying. And with the Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. So maybe getting kicked by the horse was the better thing, because then you actually do get a successful compliment for the Colonel. We'll have to see if this pans out. Oh yes, in the classroom. This is probably the same. We'll go ahead and do the closer look thing. Alright, so not the dog biscuit, a shimmering pepper, or a glass of water. Let's go with the pepper then. The glass of water just seems so boring, alright? A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It speaks in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend, ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message, ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy, you feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Ah, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was at the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time or step up and tell them you're on. You're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool, fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Dom. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn the on the timer. Timer ready. Just then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Arrgh! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's the original quote by me, in case anyone is wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does the water boil at? 100 degrees Celsius. That's right, and how would you have gotten into the school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need this to season the chicken before you cook it, and you don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? He used 11. That's right, you might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tag wagging intensifies, or tail wagging. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. Which state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance, gratitude? Gratitude. That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted, and if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on this advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be the great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? A small town where you're born? That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. You try to shut out the noise in the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Silent, sizzling, bubbling, sizzling. That's wrong, dang it. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. You notice the Colonel Sanders out in the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Dom. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you're doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to oh, I don't know. Or are you thinking get your mind back into the competition? Grrr. How could you not notice him? Absolutely, he's such a hunk. You are stranded in the desert island on which one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? Oh, you know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sanders riding together and... Oh, man. I can't even read that fast. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof, woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into the stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Ah, yikes! Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Where you might not have any hands, but Dom does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer and rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Dom, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish. Ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two, on account of Dom's injury. You see Sparkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he looks onto the dish. But I suppose I should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Dom to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring the creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce over the top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Delectable. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places the sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize your rage you feel. Put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. What do you guys think? Maybe... should I be a little aggressive here? This is getting a little too, Let's internalize the rage we feel and see how the Colonel handles this. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Lemur. I just got that right after I selected. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face. I'm just becoming a hideous freak. Which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried eyebrow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm reaches. Thinking you were right, Miss Lemur, we should have put ourselves in between. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You tried to hide from him, and he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now, but just from the devastating loss, not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire, we should get you checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser, and not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. You think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstruction, or an abstrition? I don't even know how to pronounce that word. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved that when I was going to amount to something. That I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, and money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurant that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster again.
Excellent!
Gorko, the Spork Monster, is here to fight a hero. Thank you for the follow, who, why, what, oh no. I really appreciate that. Hopefully you're having a good one. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn you already battled you last night. Yes, thank you very much for the follow. That was Borko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko?
Well, we're twins, so no, not really.
You're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He is already on the same page as you. It's not just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that, and if I could take it back, I would. I think that what Dom is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose we really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all?
Of course I do.
Inspiration strikes you and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp.
Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil student who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today.
I don't believe it. You were a human once?
Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at the school, and until one day, some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg you, respect it. You are a powerful chef, and you shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there.
Made a friend. Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Tom. Together, I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I've been excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there's something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might have been describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret just for you? I'll reveal it. Let's get a little personal, huh? You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be a perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on the item to discover more about the Colonel. Let's look at the baby picture. Yes, see, ever since I was a baby, I had the facial hair. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be the Colonel Sanders himself. That or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving around like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Tap on the item to discover. Okay, a camel. The photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting pyramids in Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of the secret herbs and spices. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like the Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. They don't appear to be cheersing them. You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Let's see. What about this thing? This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment what number is important to Colonel Sanders. Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? That sounds pretty dangerous. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting in the nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my dad? Wait, what? I've never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window and a crack in the ghost is swept out with a breeze. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when he was alive. A little note clipped on the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." The scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating on a lake? Summer of '69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's a lock of silver hairs woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. A hair of spun silver, yes. You open the door of Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of signature white suits hanging within. You take one off the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. Nice. Yeah, that was a pretty giant cock on the corner table there, huh? I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it looks good on you. No crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. You decide that now is your moment to make a big move. You tell him you're cold. You fist up and tell the truth. Let's go with the cold one, huh? I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Dom? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift into a slumber. Dream sequence. Yay. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. Beep! In some jurisdictions, beep isn't even legal. But if the recipe is secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a sample breakfast I just whipped up. Our simple breakfast. It's meticulous. Ah, yes, where's the gravy for the biscuits? You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could it be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg, flatter him. Let's flatter the man. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking about you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school, after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there, waiting for you.
Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay, I would just...
But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date.
I think I can believe that.
Since I've been partnered with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know a little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say skydiving? As if that's typical first date to go on with talking pressure cooker.
And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night, it's just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order one up right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person in this school?
There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare to pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Dom, suggesting I pick it on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince in pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Dom, how's your hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Dom. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk to class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Dom. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to have some sort of grimoire. But I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? I like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? Now I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered in the arcane writings, cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. I scrub out Colonel Sanders. It would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. Oh, why would I want to do that? Don't forget the Colonel.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic. But despite desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. I say we don't do it. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you, it is nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. You reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Maybe I'll offer him a snack, you little pup. You reach into your backpack and grab some homework from last semester that you forgot to turn in. Like I was like, from last semester? That's like yesterday. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much is in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My Dom, were you studying? Something with cinnamon. I have been sitting on that lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Dom, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see? But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs of sparks coming from the back of the room. Oh no. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. Where? But no, you had to show off your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us from a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Beep. Where? Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands and pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep. No. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clink slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. Trademark. I am still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but
I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, or so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest in, anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had better idea on how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off of Van and the supposed Man and his eviler counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin the run through a quick test of recipe you've been working on, Dom's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you are able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. As soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Dom, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who was hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you the cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there's no sound at all. Fess up about your practice dish. Let's fess up about it, right? We don't want it to burn it. I feel like if we ignore it, it's gonna burn, and that might be a bad thing. So let's not burn a good chicken pot pie. The Colonel would never allow that. No, I ignored it. No! I clicked the wrong one. It's alright, we'll work with it. Did you hear that? Hear what? I distinctly heard a bell chime. Somebody must be training Sprinkles to do a trick. I bet his mouth is watering. Strange, I was going to say that my mouth was watering. Last, I'll have to look somewhere else for something tasty to put in it. Oh man, I should have fed him some of my pot pie. Smoke begins billowing from the oven, filling the arena around you. See, I knew it. Yes, I guess you will. I'll leave you to it then. Happy visualizing. A disappointed Colonel Sanders leaves the arena. When the coast is clear, you finally open the oven to find your practice pie has been reduced to ash.
Smelled like lunch.
Beat it, Pop. There is no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up to the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus a pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. The original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. It's just like that anime. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into the itty-bitty pot broth. Best friend Baster Blaster! Van flexes his pectorials as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure pot chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. He wasn't letting it, we mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all.
Self-dist.
Ben quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out of the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Let's do it the hard way. We learned that lesson earlier. The Colonel taught it to us himself. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. Oh, yeah. I believe in you, Dom. Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, Dom, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. It's actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's the secret ingredient.
However, she doesn't know that you lied about the ingredient was made up, and where in the world did she get Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. No, hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in the pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be the top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Some extra power deep down within yourself, give up and drop out of culinary school. Oh, we know we're going for the top one. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body like a Super Saiyan. My heart is pure, my hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Dom, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground, energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because while we're powering up your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Dom, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I have been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese. The time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clink? From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only be from one student.
I'm flying.
Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say. It's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly a yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clink, where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep or other, onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged. I guess we'll have to figure out that later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup.
That's so tiny. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutomaki? A spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of the pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all to myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with such love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Dom, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell, topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch! My tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who could have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it so difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup, tossed with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Wow, sure looks fancy. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask you to please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something? Dom, I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and I did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be a judge on eating, I'd go to College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, it might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. Two chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drumroll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass. You all get a pass. Everyone gathers around the partakers of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to be transcended this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed, everyone has passed, and there were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Yes, an Corgi, I love that moment. Now that the school year is complete and everyone is graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as a site of a school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking area, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says he can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation is clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together,
It's the Spork Monster. He is totally mellowed out.
everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up in talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love of her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. You could command such an interest, or who could command such an interest? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched upon his dirty chef's hat a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. He figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, I get it. Then we get a new wing in the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clink, who has arrived late to the dance.
Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth.
Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing.
I am Clink, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension.
What? What?
I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am, and this isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You were blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear that she has managed to surpass you in that regard.
I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird.
A portal opens up and Clink disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has become prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. It's time, this time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken in man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. There we go. There's the end. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Dom, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It is truly my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I'd love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Tom. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Dom, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Oh yeah, here's the beginning. Check this out. Yeah, he's kind of a dick at the end. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like sort of like an advertising thing, right? Because like Colonel Sanders didn't have like a partner, so it's like, oh, to keep that straight, I guess. For the end of it, let me try to get this back on. Dance party, let's do it. Oh, where's my button? Here it is. My goatee's gonna fall off.